guy who can conquer death. That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was doing Nashville, Tennessee, and as you can tell, I'm making a little bit of progress on my homestead here, but I really wanted to send you guys an important message about voting today. You know what? The polls should still be open when this goes live. You need to get out there and vote if you are registered and legally allowed to. You know, back when I was in college, which was a long time ago, well, back when I was in college, we had these things called televisions that they kept in the cafeteria and would wheel out when there was like a big event going on, like a big sports game or, you know, like a presidential election. And they only had the one, like, big one. It was a big projection TV, which is nowadays about as big as, like, what most people have in their homes. But whatever, it was like 2004, so these things, you know, time changes stuff. Big television rolled out in the center of the dining hall, and the volume was turned down low, and I couldn't really hear it as I was like approaching it looking for a seat. And so I saw, like, well, you know, there's a bunch of people sitting in front of it who have an empty seat with them, and it's college. I'm only a freshman, but, you know, it's election night. I want to go sit and hear the TV. I'm just going to introduce myself, say hi, and, you know, ask if they mind if I just listen in. And it was cool. They were cool. And even though they weren't voting for the same candidate that I had voted for, or even though they didn't like the same candidate that I had voted for, you know, which I kept quiet about because that was not a polite, you know, thing to bring up. Like, oh, hey, you said I could sit next to you. Let me immediately tell you my political views. You know, not cool, guys. I'm a freshman, but I'm not that dumb in this story. So, you know, I stay quiet about the fact that I favor the candidate that they didn't. And it turns out, as everybody's continuing to talk over time, one of them kind of finally goes, you know, I actually didn't go vote today. You know, I really meant to, but I just, you know, I was busy studying and I had this test and it just didn't happen. And then the next person at the table goes, yeah, me either. And everybody all the way around the table except for me hadn't gone to vote. And I was just like, well, you know, if your candidate doesn't win, this might be related. You know, I didn't say that because, once again, I'm a freshman, not an idiot. But yeah, I mean, you gotta get out there and you gotta vote. It's how change gets made. So please do so. Wow, I thought I had more quartz than I did. And more stairs. Okay, so new plan. We are gonna build some stairs. Hey, it's vintage beef. Hey, VB. I think he might be Canadian, so I won't encourage him to vote today. But if he was not Canadian, I would be like, hey, VB, I hope you voted. I actually did early voting for the first time this year, and it was pretty cool. Like, I've always done the, like, election day voting before, and this kind of let me get out there and avoid the lines, which was nice. But on the downside, I'm not used to having so much of a gap between when I vote and when I find out who actually won. So that's really unsettling. Not unsettling, but it is, you know, kind of less exciting. So let's see. Or more anxiety-inducing, possibly. Let's go ahead and say that we want these stairs. If our basement stairs are going to go down like this, which already don't work. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Well, we're just going to have to redo our basement stairs. And we're going to have to redo these stairs. Honestly, everything I'm doing is going to have to be redone with other materials, but I'm kind of sketching this out as I go, you know? Like, instead of using a notebook, you know, like Nicholas Sparks over here, I'm going to come through here and just try and build something out, and when I get the pieces I like, where I like, I'm going to develop them. And, okay, so I'm looking at this. I think this might be floor level now. Of course, my stairwell does not go to the part. Dang it. Dang it. Unfortunate events. Let's eat some steak real quick. America. Okay, boom. Did I have any more quartz in here? No, of course not. Of course not. Oh, hee. See, I'm clever. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just quickly throw in some floor here. That connects this. Okay, this might not be perfect, but it's better than the alternative, which is continuously fall into my doom. That is not an election metaphor. But speaking of election metaphors, if I want to actually get this video out and live before the election happens, I better start editing it. So, apologies for the short video today, guys, but I've got to get this live or it will not, actually encourage people to go vote while there's still time. There's still time. There's still time. I don't want you to break your glasses and be like, no, there was time now. Whoops. Man, this side of the house is not as pretty. This side of the house, looking a lot better, though. So, I think once I put the second story roof on, it's really going to start coming together, too. So, anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. And go vote.